welcome to the channel. So today we're making shortbread biscuits. So this is the very first biscuit recipe I ever learnt as a child. I always remember it because the ingredients list is so simple. It's basically 3-2-1. So 300 grams of plain flour, 200 grams of butter at room temperature, and 100 grams of white granulated sugar. I'll put that list at the end of the video as well, but let's have a look at those ingredients now and anything else we're going to need for today. So as I said, the basic ingredients: 300 grams of plain flour or all-purpose flour, 200 grams of butter at room temperature, and 100 grams of granulated white sugar. I'm also going to use a little bit of icing sugar for dusting once we get the shortbread pastry mix together. And I've found some dark chocolate, cooking chocolate and white chocolate, some hundreds of thousands. I may use those just for the video to give an example of other toppings you can put on the shortbread if you want to. So first thing, we take our softened butter in a large bowl, add in the granulated sugar, and then with a fork we just want to mix all of this together. Okay, so once we get it to this stage where all of the sugar is incorporated into the butter, I want to take an electric hand whisk. I'm just going to whisk this until it becomes light and fluffy. That thing is just to fold in the flour a little bit at a time until we produce almost like a cookie dough. So once we've got our dough ball, next thing to do is just a little bit of icing sugar onto a flat surface. And now what I'm going to do is just shape this and roll it out into a cylindrical shape. So once we've got our basic shape, we want to wrap this in cling film and then into the fridge for about an hour. So now the shortbread dough is nice and chilled. Next thing to do, take a very sharp knife and I'm going to cut this shortbread dough into about 1 centimetre thick slices. Then place them onto a baking tray with some grease-proof paper over the top. Make sure you've got some space in between them. The oven is on 180 degrees centigrade. Let that come up to temperature first and then into the oven for roughly about 15 minutes, but that's only a guide. You want them to be nice light colour on the top, just going golden brown around the edges, then they're done. So an alternative to the plain shortbread, so if you take one of your discs, find a drinking glass that has an embossed base if you've got one, place the disc on centrally and just very carefully just press it down. You don't have to press down too hard. What you're trying to do is just obviously get that impression, take it off, and you've got nice decorative shortbreads. So as I said, once they're done, into that preheated oven, 180 degrees centigrade for roughly 15 minutes, but that is only a guide. Right, so our shortbread is done. Next thing to do, I'm going to transfer these onto a wire rack and let them cool for about 10 minutes. So once the shortbreads are cool, you can either leave them plain and they're absolutely delicious plain, or if you've got any chocolate, so I put this chocolate in the microwave for a minute on full power, checking it every 20 seconds, giving it a stir. So we can take our shortbreads, just place the chocolate over one side if we wanted to. Or we can dip the whole face in. Let's get a bit messy. And we can even pour on some sprinkles. There you go, classic shortbread recipe, really easy to do, something you definitely need to get the kids involved with. Please subscribe to the channel, and as usual, if you've enjoyed this particular video, hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching.